Commuting is boring, which is why you need a luxury, modern, well-equipped daily driver which can easily handle modern traffic. However, the problem is modern cars are expensive, which is why I've come up with a selection of modern cars which don't suck for around 15 grand or less. CLA is the Mercedes saloon, which everyone really forgets about. It's very small and it's based on the A-Class, so you get a very economical engine. The one I recommend is the CLA 200. Now this isn't the same Bradford ketamine dealer spec as the A35. You still get some performance, but you still get some fuel economy, which is nice. And you also get a car which comes in a manual and also a nice estate. Up next is a car with a very misleading name. This is the Honda Civic VTEC Turbo SR. That sounds like it's rapid, but really it's a 1 litre 3-cylinder turbo with 130 horsepower that can barely get 60 in around 10 seconds, so it's sort of a reverse sleeper. But anyway, this still looks cool, it's a lot cheaper to maintain, very good on fuel, you get 5 doors and a nice manual, and honestly, it's a very respectable looking car. Up next is a bit more of an adventurous choice, the Jeep Renegade. Now this isn't the most reliable car, I'll be the first to admit. In fact, it's a good rental car. And that is a problem, because many of these cars you'll find for sale will be ex-rental vehicles and they probably would have been thrashed or they would have been very well maintained, so it is a bit sort of luck of the draw. Either way, you get a 4-wheel drive, very compact, economical SUV, which actually looks very good, and you can get it in the Trailhawk version, which has some performance. The Mazda 3 is basically a hatchback version of the MX-5. Not in literal sense, it is front-wheel drive, and it has completely different engines. They are less powerful, only 120 horsepower, but they still handle extremely well. You get an extremely nice interior and a very smart exterior. This thing comes packed with tech, including a very nice manual gearbox, leather seats, a nice infotainment system, and relatively affordable. If you want something luxurious and reliable, the Lexus GS250 could be a contender. Again, this car is packed with tech. It also comes packed with power. A 205 horsepower 2.5 litre V6, driving the rear wheels via a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Now, the infotainment system can be a bit fiddly, but these things will run forever and they are very cheap. Of course I was going to include the MX-5 ND. This thing is still incredibly sharp and modern. This thing is a really nice looking car even though it's over 10 years old. This car has a gorgeous manual gearbox, rear wheel drive and a powerful 2 litre engine sending up to 181 horsepower to the rear wheels. However, earlier versions that's more like 156 horsepower. Nonetheless, this is still a super fun sports car which looks incredibly impressive. And also, they have dropped massively in terms of price. Of course I was going to include the mini hatch. I've got one. You can get this in a variety of different flavours. You can get the Mini 1, which is an economy version. You can get the Cooper, which is what I've got. It's sort of a good all-rounder. It's got great performance and good fuel economy. Or you can go all the way up to the top and get the Cooper S, which is all performance, but you still get a very nice interior. In fact, if you opt for the Chili Pack, you can get some very nice extras, including leather seats and also a very nice infotainment screen. You also get stuff like cruise control. It's very well equipped and a very well built car and also very reliable. The Cooper S is a bit more expensive but still. If you're not keen on the Mini Image, then why not go with its Japanese equivalent, the Suzuki Swift Sport. Identical performance to the Mini Cooper. You get 134 horsepower going to the front wheels and through a now turbocharged 1.4 litre engine and a very nice manual gearbox. It's a bit less practical, smaller boot, but you still get decent fuel economy, and it's a bit more aggressive looking and it's a lot sharper with nicer entertainment, but probably not as well built. I mean, the high insurance group might scare away buyers, but these are still quite cheap to insure. Lastly, we have the fastest petrol-powered Skoda in the world, the Skoda Superb 4x4 TSI. Basically, it's a Golf R with a luxury car plopped on top of it. You get a lovely leather interior, a capacious boot, and you also get a very fast car that can hit 60 in less than 6 seconds and go on to a top speed of 155. It's basically a Czech BMW. It also comes in all-wheel drive, which means that you're okay in the winter.